Hello, gamers. We are here. Sorry I'm late. NL the kind of guy to say, don't mind if I do, when offered the last cookie? Not me. I would say that's not me. I would say, are you sure? My boilerplate reply to that would be like, are you sure? Then I would say, thank you. So that one, I would say, does not apply. I applaud the effort, but it does not apply. What about when they offer you a sample at Costco? I don't know what kind of decrepit-ass Rust Belt cities you guys are living in. They never offer a free sample at Costco. They shove the tray out here, and then within like 3 seconds, a group of people that queued up grabs all the little ramekins with the shit in it. Like, there's no like, hey, would you like to try this? The shit is like, it's like when you're eating In-N-Out Burger in Golden Gate Park and you scatter some french fries on the ground. Like, there's seagulls waiting around for that shit. They didn't give me a fork, but thankfully I had one in my car. So goated. I don't know what that's in reference to. But I will say, on our way home from our very important errand this morning, we stopped by McDonald's. This McDonald's did not have a drive-thru, so we had to go inside. And as oftentimes happens at McDonald's is 8 normal people, not to be derogatory, and then one absolutely insane person. He said, I'm still waiting for my fucking sausage and eggs. And then the lady behind the counter said, what? And he said, I said I'm still waiting for my fucking sausage and eggs. And then they started talking to him, and they were like, what seems to be the problem, sir? And he said, I ordered a fucking sausage and egg, and I've been waiting for it for 15 minutes. And they were like, oh, sir, we have the order. We just never got payment for it, so we didn't start making it. And he said, I don't know what kind of bullshit you pull here, but this is the second time I've paid for my order and never gotten my food. So he started going like, you know, he was grumbling a lot, and he was not afraid to use profanity, let's just put it that way. But anyway, he got out some money, and he paid for the meal, which I have to assume, with no disrespect to him, I have to assume that was the first time. Because they kept saying, like, well, if you paid for it, where's your receipt? And he was like, you didn't give me a receipt. And I'm like, really? You paid for it? They don't remember you paying for it, and you don't have your receipt? Like, you must think they were born yesterday, brother. You got to get a better grip than this. So he paid for it, and he said, because of all this runaround, I want another pancake with it. Make it happen! Make it happen! And then the lady was like, if you want an extra pancake, I'm going to charge you for it. And he said, he just kept getting like increasingly irate. And then the other worker was like, order 525. And I was like, yo, that's me. See ya. Bye, everybody. Have a good time. And then I was in my car waiting for Kate to come back from the grocery store. And I saw security kick him out. And I was like, that was a very predictable end result of that interaction, I think. I was losing it when he was like, make it happen. Make it happen. Is the McDonald's in a mall? No, it's just in Vancouver, so it's got security. He also, without being too disrespectful to the guy, I was like, he's crazy. Because they were like, is there anything else? And he said, yeah, 5 extra butters. And I was like, holy, geez, man, save some for the creamery. 5 extra... 5 extra butters? Also, what happened to the McDonald's monopoly? I know there was like 20 years of it being a scam. I'm not talking about that specifically. 10-piece chicken McNugget comes with 2 Monopoly pieces. Seems about right. Medium fries doesn't come with any Monopoly? You gotta get a large to get Monopoly pieces? That's crazy, man. Hang on, though. I realized I didn't open the Canadian McDonald's Monopoly on my drink. Ooh, I don't want to brag. We got a Robson Street. You get all 3 of the green properties, $2,000 Hudson's Bay Company gift card. Signal Hill, you get all the oranges, $25,000 cash with an asterisk after it. I think I OD'd on elderberry. Jay, my mom goes insane for the elderberry. Anytime I'm like, I think I'm getting a little sick, she's like, here's some elderberry syrup. Elder trees have a ton of cyanogen. It's very toxic. Thanks, dlguiga. Appreciate that. What do you want me to do about it, motherfucker? I'm just a guy. I'm not the king of the trees. Don't lick a tree when you see it. I wasn't planning on it, buddy. Bandle today? Bandle.app. Okay, hang on. Released in 1978, 22 million views. Keyboard ass beat. Okay, I don't know it. Give me bass. Ooh. I love it. I like it. Okay, how about the electric guitar? Ooh. Ah, yeah. I'm gonna know this. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. That's Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. Yes, it is. We got it in 3. We gotta hear voice cover. Woo! Woo! Werewolves of London. Woo! I know what he's talking about. I know everything about that. Please do not reference Sweet Home Alabama. I had to do it in my 30-minute Matt Wilpers classic rock ride today. Big wheel keeps on turning. Hoo, hoo, hoo. You think Dum Dong loves this song or hates it? I'm done talking about and to that guy. I said, Apollo, this sounds crazy. You should play Lies of P. He said, I'm never playing Lies of P. I'm not going to play a Dark Souls game that doesn't have Miyazaki's involvement. I said, it's better than Dark Souls 2. He said, guess what, motherfucker? Dark Souls 2 didn't have Miyazaki's involvement. I said, okay, be that as it may, Lies of P has Miyazaki's DNA all over it. And then he said, listen, I can't play a single-player game. My viewers will leave. And I said, okay, well, if you're looking for something to play, Backpack Battles has a deviant art-core art style, but it is actually pretty pog. He said, unfortunately, that counts as a single-player game. And then I said, well, what are you going to do, motherfucker? All the Among Us viewers are now 34-year-old insurance agents. And he said, I don't know. And I said, well, you better not catch your ass playing Sid Meier's Civilization 4 anymore after all the objections to the shit that you gave me. And he goes, I definitely am going to play more Sid Meier's Civilization 4. And I'm like, okay, well, then you are truly lost. Like, I came through with some good recommendations, I thought. But I did say, I better not catch you doing 7-hour just chatting stream, ask me anything number 91, open parentheses, my DoorDash just arrived edition. And he said, listen, bud, you're Apollo's dlguiga? Well, I was just trying to give him like some helpful games because I saw that he's been playing just chatting for 20 years. I thought maybe he could use some advice. It turns out the man's stuck in his ways. But did I or did I not say... He was like, I can't do Jackbox that week. That's when Mario comes out. I said, you're going to beat that shit in 2 days anyway. Why are you stunting on me? Dude's not playing Mario today. The game's what, like 48 hours old? Sometimes you got to be a hater to be a good friend. I'm not afraid to be that guy. Whenever like a stranger tells me that they're like, oh, I kind of lapsed on exercise, I'm like, don't worry about it, brother. You'll get back to it. Meanwhile, like once a week, I at Apollo and Corey, and I'm like, you guys got to get your asses back on the fucking bike. The egg carton is going hard. You guys are going to be left in the damn dust. By the time you get back on the bike, you're going to be coming 34th place out of 34 riders, and then you're going to be like, I don't want to do it anymore because there's no positive reinforcement. That's not going to get the motivated idiot. Bro, I'm not their mom. They could do whatever they want. They know what's good for them. It's not my job to give them the silver bullets so that they hop on. I'm just trying to, push them in the direction that would be helpful for them. I just have no idea how you're hitting 400 kilojoules a ride. I got a little pissed off with the egg carton today, okay? First ride, Tabata, we went hard, okay? It's Ali Love Tabata. Of course you go hard. Second ride, 30-minute Alex Toussaint West Coast hip-hop ride. I went the same degree of hardness. Everybody else started to flag a little bit because I understand they got better engines, these young bucks, but their battery doesn't have quite the same amount of capacity. Then in the third ride, I got people, you got to remember, they're like 2 kilojoules below me in the output, okay? They're like less than half of 1% away. I start getting added in the Discord. I'm looking at it from like 30 feet away. The messages are like, please slow down. Please slow down. If you fucking slow down, I'll slow down. You don't think my legs are hurting? You don't think my lungs are blowing up? The reason I'm up there at the top of the leaderboard is because you're pushing every time I get 15 kilojoules ahead of you, you crank up your resistance and then take it down to 5 kilojoules, so I gotta crank up my resistance again. So if you fucking slow down, I'll slow down and it'll be good for both of us. But don't tell me to slow down before you slow down, okay? Because that's just not gonna happen, unless my legs like break, which it does occasionally happen during the ride, but just out of a lack of like willpower, no, it's not gonna happen. You won't see that happening. Oh, I gotta tell you a story about when I picked up my daughter from daycare yesterday, dude. Oh, I'm dead. I'm alive. So I was picking up my daughter from daycare, and I was the second last parent to arrive. So when I got to the door, it's like a glass door. I could see my kid and one of her friends there, who was like a 4-year-old boy. And they were on the couch, and I could see that the daycare worker was like in the kitchen washing some dishes. So I knocked on the door, and my daughter went like, Daddy! And then the 4-year-old boy looked at me, and he was like perched on the edge of the couch, right? Like the way kids do, like on the armrest. He looked at me, and then he like looked back at my daughter, and just doing that was enough to like set him off balance. He fell off the armrest of the couch, and he fell like face into the floor. Like his face, neck, and chest landed on the floor, but then momentum carried his legs like backwards over his head. Like the way that if you saw an adult fall like that, you would be like, they're dead. But he got turned into a scorpion. And I was like, oh my God! But then like the way kids are built, he just like snapped up in like less than an eighth of a second. He was just like, and then he looked, and I could tell that he was gonna cry. He was like, ah! And then the daycare worker came out, and like my daughter hugged the boy who fell and stuff like that. And then the daycare worker opened the door, and she said, oh, your daughter's name accidentally hit this kid in the face when she was excited that you were there. So like I had them hug it out, but I told her she needs to pay more attention. And I was like, what the fuck? I was watching the whole thing when you were doing the dishes, lady. This kid just fell unprompted off of the damn couch. But outwardly, I was like, oh, okay. But as soon as the door closed, I was like, you didn't hit him in the face, right? My daughter was like, yeah, I know. I was like, okay, so don't let her tell you that you hit him in the face. I saw the whole thing. He literally just fell. The fall was so good. I was like, is he okay? And my daughter was like, yeah, he's fine. She said, like, that would really hurt Daddy if I fell like that. She was like, yeah, it would. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize. My 3-year-old is, like, aware of how fragile her adult father's body is. It is crazy, though. Like, any adults... Well, I mean, like, so Kate and I were chasing the high of that show, The Devil's Plan, that Korean, like, survival game show. So we started watching this one called Siren, which is like an insane sort of like survivor type show featuring women who work physical, dangerous jobs in Korea. And then like one of them is a firefighter. She was climbing a tree and she fell down like 2 feet and fucked up her back probably for like the rest of her life. I'm sure the executive producers are like, we are cooked. But that fall was like 1/100th as bad as the fall that I saw at daycare. Like she was climbing a tree, the branch snapped, and she fell down like straight on her back. Like it would hurt, don't get me wrong. But the way that this kid fell, like if that happened in the show, they would have forced them out. They would have been like, you need to go see like a neurologist or get like a CAT scan immediately or something like that. Caesars Entertainment down 7% today. That's probably because they got to pay for all the damage that the streamers did at TwitchCon, right? It's called CapX. dlguiga, back me up here. Hey, the streamer convention's coming back next year. We need to install another air fryer and bulk order some chicken tenders. Has dlguiga ever backed you up? We disagree, but on some things, but dlguiga backs me up on the Peloton sometimes. Like when it's just me and Midwestern emo riding, it's like fuck you. But when it's like me, Midwestern emo, and Kinana, me and Midwestern emo are like, come on, man. You see that the average cadence of the ride was supposed to be 81, but then Kinana's average cadence was like 63. Like, what are you trying to pull here? Oh, fucking chill. Oh, they came out early. There we go. Unlike Dune 2. Very true. That's not coming out early. Yeah, I'm into Dune 2. Doing 2 chicks at the same time. This is one I gotta send the librarian back. Not you, librarian, but the one in my brain. I was like, I remember that actor's name. And then I literally in my head, I repeated the sentence, like, Lore Keeper, go find me the name of the actor who plays that guy in Office Space. And by the time I finished saying this sentence, it came back. It's Diedrich Bader. Lore Keeper, pee his pants. Don't pee my pants. I went pee before the stream today. I'm okay. Don't hijack my Lore Keeper. That's what I'm scared about. That's why, like, when people are so excited about, like, oh, I can upload my brain to the cloud, it would be cool in some ways to have some degree of consciousness, like, live on forever. But I'm sure also the fucked up part is that, like, if they invent that, and, like, it's taken a long time just to get to the AI that actually, you know, can write an essay for you at an 8th grade level. So, like, let's maybe focus on that before we get, just chill. Before we worry about putting our brains in the Neuralink or whatever. But you know that, like, the first generation that lives forever is going to be like, actually living forever sucks. Always think about that, like, when my mom is like, why does everyone hate baby boomers? And I'm like, well, in hindsight, they had so many, like, headwinds in their lives that the current generation doesn't have. So there's, like, they feel like the ladder has been pulled up after them. That's one of the many reasons. And then my mom said, yeah, but, like, when we were growing up, like, or sorry, tailwinds, you're right. See, dlguiga, you could have corrected me on that one, Mr. Finance. But she was like, yeah, but every day that I was growing up, we thought, like, the USSR was going to drop Tsar Bomba on our head. And I was like, well, they didn't, so shut up. Boo frickin' who? Oh, you all thought you were going to be annihilated in nuclear war. Well, you weren't, so shut up. Well, it's going to piss me off if there's, like, a heaven or whatever, and then, like, all these Gen Alpha whatever motherfuckers are like, hey, remember when people used to die? Oh, God, I wish that were me. Shut the fuck up and, like, live forever, Lazarus. Like, can't you just enjoy something? One, two, three. We don't worry about it. My shit's broken. I'm ready. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh no, my shit! It's broken! Classic little bit. Our shit, sorry. Our shit. Let's be real though, why did they stack cement bricks on the table? Kids are just really dumb, man. I mean, like, adults are really dumb too, to be honest. But, like, 10-year-old kids, they probably had some cement bricks and they said, like, let's see how many, like, our table can hold. They didn't think about the end game, which is, like, what happens when it doesn't hold. I need some context on this. Maybe it's before your time, dlguiga. It's a classic YouTube video of a couple of kids. They're probably like 11 years old. They're stacking a bunch of cement bricks on a table, and then it breaks, because of course it does. And then the one kid says, oh no, our table! It's broken! Oh, man. It was indeed a glass table. As I recall, it was a horror film. insanely loud shattering noise. Oh yeah. 1 second, man. 1 second. 1 second. It's only 24 seconds.
Hold on. He's gonna make a mess.
It's so good.
Easy. Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
Kids are so funny, dude. I forgot it's like in it has like phases. Like first they were stacking them on eggs, like all the bricks crush the eggs, and then the bricks go tumbling down, and then the table collapses under the weight of the bricks. It shatters. Oh, just kill me. That wasn't even close. Oh, man. Oh, man. It is so loud. Those motherfuckers were right for the wrong reasons, man. Loud does equal funny. Whoo, that's a good one. Which one's funnier, that video or the cop flying down the slide? It's the table video. The cop one is still really good. You ever see the I can break these cuffs video? That's another all-time classic.
I can break these cuffs.
You can't break those cuffs. We appreciate your cooperation now.
I can break these cuffs. You can't break those cuffs. We appreciate your cooperation. You ever see the evolution of dance? No joke, we had a friend in university. It was like clockwork. Anytime he got like 2 Moosehead loggers in him, he's like, you guys gotta see this video. Dude straight up goes to YouTube, sorts by most viewed all time. Here we go, evolution of dance, check it out. Motherfucker's doing the damn robot now. Who would have thought? You ever see the LARPers who found a dead body?
We were in the middle of our tournament where my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
Yeah, but that guy's a comedian. Graham, whatever his name is. He's the dude doing the divorced dad pack openings. It's still funny, but I'm here to tell you it's a fabrication. It's not a... I don't want to say it's fake, because that's like saying like Saturday Night Live is fake. But it's a confabulation. It's a bit. You ever watch 3-hour-long video essays to fall asleep? Nope. Literally never. I swear to you, on my life, I'm not putting on airs. You can ask Kate. I never go to YouTube. I occasionally see YouTube because my wife is watching it. I do not go to YouTube of my own volition. I got nothing against it. It's an amazing website. It's amazing and terrible. But I'm a very low-key sort of guy. You know what? I know how this sounds. In many ways, I kind of think, in this way specifically, I think I might be like the anti-zoomer. I'm like a low stimulation guy. Like I have no problem eating dinner and just staring at the food while I eat it. Are you depressed? No, I know how this sounds. In the whole scheme of things, I think I'm actually just kind of normal. I think I might be the sanest out of all y'all. What videos do you get recommended on YouTube? I don't know. Hang on, I can't pause this. I could Alt-Tab for a second. Plox Ness Music Beach. Stephen King's honest opinion about The Shining. Review bra, but it's a Midwest emo intro. What the hell? Midwestern emo? They're spying on my damn microphone? Vines that cure my anxiety. Abstract liquid background video, no sound, 4K Ultra HD. Like, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, man. I don't even know what's going on. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Do you ever watch Ludwig on YouTube? I just sweat. You realize you're answering this question in response to a man who just said, like, I don't watch YouTube. To be more accurate, I might watch a video on YouTube, but I never go, like, Chat the kind of MFer to go, what are we gonna watch today? And type youtube.com into their taskbar or their URL bar. See, I can do the kind of MFer jokes that you guys do too. Chat the kind of MFer to go, let's see what's on the old boob tube. And now the kind of MFer to pay for cable. Okay, that's also true. That's also why I'm trying to watch every sport in existence, because I'm already paying for the sports channels in order to watch the Canucks games. What about piracy? Have you ever seen those sports piracy websites? My information is worth more to me than the cost of the cable subscription. Not to mention my sanity at looking at the kind of detritus that ends up in the live chat. Those live chats are messed up. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. People are like, I love sports. Then they get home and drink like 2 Lakeport Ices, and all of a sudden they're talking about, like, you know, racist diatribes in the damn Washington Capitals versus Florida Panthers. Go to work the next day. They're like, hey, what'd you do last night? I was just chilling. You weren't chilling. You were trying to incite a damn riot. It's like the opposite of chilling. Chilling, having a bud. What's up? What's up? Oh, man. So true. What's up? Ooh. Oh, man. Kids these days could never. Every commercial now is like, Northrop Grumman cares about your mental health. Back in the day, it was like, what's up? Chilling, having a bud. Oh, man. Bob had a baby, it's a boy. Oh, man. You'll call tomorrow, I'll call now. Ooh. You'll get caught up in the crossfire. NL in his boomer Facebook meme era. Listen up, liberal. My wife did not leave me, so not yet. What made you say Northrop Grumman? I've been making too many jokes at Lockheed Martin's expense lately, so I decided to mix it up. I mean, I got no problem with Martin. Wasn't he like the 5th Beatle? But fuck Lockheed, bro! Actually, NL, Martin invented Sar Bomba. Yeah, Richie Valens invented La Bamba. You won't hear me crying about it. That was a good one.
Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
It really does, like, it breaks for so long. It breaks for like 2.5 full seconds. Well, two full seconds and a half, I guess. The sound is not of this world. Like, I'm used to something breaking and it's like, break! But it's like, it breaks forever, man. Oh, whatever. Just kill me. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, you know that in that Seinfeld episode where they take a flight and Putty doesn't have a book or anything? Like, he just stares at the back of the seat in front of him for the whole flight. I'm not quite at that level, but I'm like pretty close. I mean, you gotta acknowledge that before the egg carton came around, I was biking 30 to 90 minutes a day. People were like, don't you get bored of the classes? And I'm like, I don't know, I don't remember anything about them. I'm like searching my damn soul during those. I'm finding something within myself that I didn't know existed during those. That's why I'm like, my ass, I think meditation doesn't make sense to me. So I'm like, you're not even like moving your legs or nothing? It's also crazy people keep calling me the best Peloton salesman, because if you saw the Peloton sub-channel in the Discord, you would be like, we're talking shit non-stop. Why is the app so fucking bad? Well, sorry guys, sorry, my output dropped by 10 because I had to quit and restart my ride. Because the shit said slow connection detected. Yeah. Definitely like my 1 fucking gigabit per second down wasn't enough to load a 30-minute long cycling class in the blink of an eye. I'm always going off about how they got 200 instructors and yet they're only releasing like 8 rides a week. Like how the hell does that? The average Peloton instructor has like a 22-minute long work week. That's why they're too busy to sign motherfuckers' books in Austin, Texas. I'm not getting involved in the discourse. I'm just saying. You got the same idea I do on the joke. The damn playlist is the same every single time. Ben Aldis, Thunderstruck, Mysterious Ways by U2, Everlong by the Foo Fighters are just the same exact songs every single time. Sorry, it took me 2 hours to make this playlist last night. Like, did you take an edible first? Did you get lost? How Bizarre followed by Everlong? dlguiga, shut the fuck up about How Bizarre. How Bizarre is a good song. I don't know why you guys such a problem with How Bizarre. We don't want to cycle to How Bizarre? Why not? You made me cycle to a Machine Gun Kelly song yesterday. You're going to tell me How Bizarre is a bridge too far? The ride had 12 good songs and 1 Machine Gun Kelly song? Yeah, and the ride with How Bizarre had 11 good songs and then How Bizarre, which is a good song. Driving down the freeway in the hot, hot sun. Wanna know the rest, eh? Buy the rides, How Bizarre. Bling, 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 bling. I hate to tell you this, but that song's fucking trash. It's not trash to ride to. I don't know why everybody thinks that How Bizarre is trash to ride to. It's like 60 cadence. It's perfect for hopping out of the saddle. Oh, let me guess. Your ass is tired. Then slow down. That's not my problem. Can somebody explain to me why it's a bad thing that the University of Michigan Wolverines are being accused of stealing signs in college football? Isn't that why you gotta hold this shit up to your mouth whenever the cameras are on you? It's okay to steal signs, you're just not allowed to use technology to do it. It's the manner in which they stole them. It's like an F1 thing. It's like, oh, your car's too fast. Put some weights on it. Are glasses considered technology? Well, I mean, the school is in the Midwest, so I'm gonna say yes. By their standards. Hey, Madison, Wisconsin is a burgeoning tech city. I'm just having a laugh, okay? Why don't you go get a fucking old-fashioned served out of a martini glass for like $2.50 and relax a little bit. Everyone chill out. Ha, your cocktails aren't even in the appropriate glassware. And they're affordable, you loser. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Ronnie Coleman, after lifting 900 pounds that would eventually lead every single one of his vertebrae to fuse together. It wasn't that heavy. Ronnie's on record as saying his injuries came from football, not from lifting. Come on, brother. Doesn't even make any sense. Did he play football in like high school and college? Then was like a 9-time Mr. Olympia? I just can't imagine. Listen, I have respect for him within the field of bodybuilding. I just can't imagine getting busted for like drug possession by Ronnie Coleman. Being like, motherfucker, you weigh 515 pounds. You're arresting me for like possession of marijuana or something like that? Why don't you open your locker, dude? Probably looks like a vet's office in there. But you are not getting away from Ronnie Coleman. There's no doubt about that. If Ronnie Coleman says, hey, you, Come back here? I'm coming back. What have you, circle strafe? Listen, better you than me trying that out. Just got a Twitch survey, ew. Can there just be a union of like normal people? My ass is not doing any surveys. You owe me $3 is the meme, but actually you owe me $10. I'm not doing any surveys. Like, the one survey you will never catch my ass doing is on Twitter. Sometimes it'll be like, you've been randomly selected for a survey, like which one of these men's footwear brands have you heard of? That's a quick, I'm refreshing the tab right there if I've ever seen one. Oh, I'm so honored to tell you that I know what fucking Adidas is. I got a $50 gift card for doing a survey once. And let me guess, you've been chasing that high ever since. Now they got too comfortable, man. Nowadays, they're like, your compensation for the survey is peace of mind that you've made one of your favorite websites a little bit better. I'm like, I've been filling out the YouTube partner surveys every time they give it to me for like 15 years. They just keep making the website worse, man. I studied survey methods in college. Now I want to answer randomly to throw them off. In undergrad, if you took Psych 100, you had to do, I think it was 5 hours of volunteers for studies, which I'm sure is like the only way that they're able to get samples for some of the shit, right? Every time I walked into one of those, so I had to do like 10, 30-minute studies or something like that. Every time I walked into one, first thing I did was try to suss out like what their hypothesis is and then answer in such a way to disprove it. I mean, I should have just answered the questions normally, but it was boring. Probably wasn't a nice thing to do, but like, I'm just one guy. That's why you get more than one person in your sample, right? And sometimes I would be on guard immediately, because sometimes they're like, they did a study where they told them that they were going to go into a room and answer some questions. But actually the real study was, what if somebody's going to come into the lobby and offer you a piece of candy or something like that? And I'm like, no, I'm saying no to any motherfucker who, from the second I knock on the door, I'm on guard. You're not going to get me. Study found people were 50% more likely to reject a piece of candy if they saw an incredibly fit person before they went into the... Oh, I saw a really fit person before I walked in. My ass is taking the Reese's Pieces, okay? You think you're smarter than me? 1 marshmallow now or 2 marshmallows in 5 minutes? I think that study pisses me off, because people are always like, it means that kids have no impulse control. No, man, what if they just want a marshmallow right now more than they want 2 in 5 minutes? I want 1 marshmallow now. I don't want 2 marshmallows. That's too many marshmallows. Just give me 1 right now. The second marshmallow has a lower relative value. Though the one that I find really funny, though, is the one where they tell people like all they have to do for the study is sit in this room for 10 minutes. And then there's like a button on the table, and they're like, just so you know, if you press this, it will administer an unpleasant electric shock through your chair. And then the... like 58% of people were just like, I'm so bored, I'm going to electrocute myself. And then one dude electrocuted himself like 900 times in 10 minutes or something like that. But I'm sure in 10 years we'll find out that all those results were made up anyway, so who cares? Meanwhile, the motherfucker who made up the results is like, sorry, I have to give you an F on this paper. It's 11 pages, and I told you there was a 10-page limit. Oops, by the way... all that shit that got me hired here, I made it up. Oopsie whoopsie. Zimbardo on his damn deathbed. Be like, there actually was no Stanford prison experiment. Okay, buddy. I see you, motherfucker. You know how many people got like a short answer question about that shit wrong in high school psychology? There's probably someone that will have to pay to study the egg carton Peloton mental illness. They're gonna put that shit in the next batch of Ozempic. They're gonna start giving people whatever disease we got, man. I know we keep coming back to the Peloton. They say talk about what you know, so that's why we're saying it. But there's motherfuckers in the egg carton that are like, I got my bike a week ago, and they're doing 2 hours of riding a day, almost every day, which is like, I mean, that's mental illness in the best way possible. Who has time for that? It's pretty easy, Red Toe, when you're not out here refreshing Yahoo Finance news highlights for the day and then copy-pasting them into chat Monday through Friday. This, I'm just saying, I didn't cast the first stone, by the way. You casted the first stone. Why are you such a hater? They started with, you gotta be a loser to do that. Who's got the time for that? All I did was reply in kind. Did they say loser? No. They thought it, though. They said, who has the time for that? That's like saying, I didn't say you don't have a life. I just said get a life. Maybe I meant, like, get a second life. Maybe you could be on life number 8 now. Yeah, thank you for backing me up on the implication, too. We've been letting motherfuckers get away with this stuff for, like, way too long. They'll, like, say something that implies meanness, but not explicitly. And then when you're like, why are you mean? They're like, I'm not mean. Being mean would be rephrasing what I said to be what I meant. 2 hours is more than the recommended average exercise time. Just say you're tired, little bro. It's okay. Nobody's gonna judge you. We have a very supportive community in the egg garden. You can just say like your legs hurt. It's not a big deal. Don't push yourself. We support all levels. That's true. We got riders of all stars and stripes. I don't know what the fuck Kip Casper's eating for breakfast though. Dude's out here throwing down like, you know, 650, 700 kilojoule rides. I don't know, like we gotta... the first blood doper in the history of Peloton or something. I'm saying that as a compliment, by the way. I'm not necessarily suggesting there's anything untoward. I'm just like, I don't know how you got there, man. He said he doesn't even eat anything before riding? What the fuck? What brand of Stroopwafel you rocking? I have to say, I told you I'm just a normal guy, and I also told you I'm a real one. They stopped selling the Stroopwafels near me, so now my ass just eats a Kirkland signature granola bar before I ride. It doesn't get any more real, like, suburban dad than that. Can you say Rod Blagojevich in the Jon Stewart voice, please? You know I'm not, from Chicago. I just know all about it. Obama, Blagojevich, Al Capone, dude from The Bear, probably like 1,100 motherfuckers named Paulie, Rahm Emanuel. I know them all, man. Patrick Kane, Michael Jordan, Jimmy Butler, Lori Lightfoot. So true. I think everyone's going too hard on Lori Lightfoot, though. Wait, she's the one who lied to get her kid into college, right? No, she's the mayor. Oh, I'm thinking of Lori Loughlin. Me when William H. Macy's wife gets canceled for doing shit I would absolutely do if given the opportunity. Lying to get her kid who probably doesn't have any skills into a school that's better than she deserves to go to. It's your kid, man. You're telling me you wouldn't do a little fraud, you know, just paper her over to the rowing team or something like that. She paid $15,000 to have her daughter's exam edited. I'm going to think about that every time Netflix says we need to raise prices this year. Maybe if you stop paying Lori Loughlin too much fucking money. Every time? He does it every time? I got my $22 Chipotle settlement money. Why is that such a funny sentence? Just kill me. We're cooked on this one. Well, what was the Chipotle lawsuit? Was it over the listeria or whatever? Salmonella? It's crazy. They could give you salmonella and owe you $22. Take it from somebody who's actually had that shit. It's worth a lot more than $22. You'd have to pay me more than that to go through that again. How much would you take to get it again? Probably like $25,000. Well, I don't know. I would take less if they like gave it to me and then after like 4 days of symptoms they gave me the antibiotics. But if they were like, you gotta re-up the same way you did it the first time, where you're going like 3-week antibiotic list until your leg starts to rot off, then yeah, I mean probably it would cost them, let's put it that way. The leg part just gets me. I'm telling you, it was not great. I'm not gonna eat chicken sashimi. Like, that's just not gonna happen. That's people like the same motherfuckers who are like, I know you made a joke about eating Tide Pods, but like, could you tell your audience not to do that because they'll die? They're like, how much money for you to eat raw chicken on stream? You fucking hypocrites. You intellectually dishonest so-and-sos. Can you tell your audience you shouldn't consume broken glass? It'll cut the shit out of their esophagus. I don't know, you fuckers have ruined my brain. You know what I got in my head now is Morrissey going, I was looking for a gat and then I found the gats. And heaven knows I'm miserable now. Like, this is not the stuff that my mind was meant to be working with at age 34. I was supposed to be like the fucking comptroller in charge of my little parcel of land or something like that. Can you recommend some more horrendous movies to watch, like Slackers? There's a lot of horrendous movies that are in the same vein as Slackers. They take place in like a college and they're not very good. Sorority Boys, another good example. 3 men go undercover as women so they can be in a sorority. 100 Girls, starring Jonathan Tucker, is about a college student who has a one-night... It's a modern take on Cinderella. He has a one-night stand in an elevator where the power goes out. So he doesn't know who it is, and he has to find... I forget what he's trying to match it up with. It's like a pair of underwear or something like that. Road Trip. Road Trip is a classic. How do you know all these? I grew up in the era, man. A lot of people my age know all these. Or they knew them at one point. They filled their head with more useful information since then, I'm sure. Wait till you see what he does with the pie. You won't. I'm just... It's like a USA Today movie reviewers... clickbait review of American Pie. An unforgettable scene involving a certain baked delicacy left the theater out of breath, either from laughter or disgust. Your mileage may vary. American Pie 1, a classic gross-out, Porky-style teenage coming with a U and 2 M's of age dramedy in theaters now. I don't know why in my head I've now got a little voice of an angry man going like, and even American Pie's gone woke. You see that new damn American Pie? You wouldn't believe it. They got the woman's fucking the pie now. It's not. It used to be the man would stick his dick in the pie. Now they got the lady sticking the pie up her freaking hoo-ha. And it's not even apple pie anymore. It's probably a gluten-free fucking matcha pie or something. She put the flute where? Huh? Hey, NL, could you check for me if you have any green gear equipped? No, Goggy. No, I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because it's you asking. If an Egg Carton member asked, I would say, you know what? I think they have my best interest in mind. Goggy's out here, you know, he's going for the throat most of the time. Now all of a sudden it's like, hey, can we collab? So if someone from the Egg Carton could please ask me if I have any green gear equipped, that would really help me out. Do you think because of this game, the next Dark Souls is going to have to be harder? Sure, why not? That's fair. I don't know why. I guess I didn't really expect an answer. So, any answer is fine. Crazy legs? That just felt like a crazy legs setup there. This is a crab. Yoink. Your Honor, he yoinked me? Well, no jury. Oh, in the land would convict you that I'm fucked. Oh! Take a heel, brother. You earned it. A little late on the Connor there. We got a little stutter step. Good. Good. Give me more. Okay, we gotta time it right. Good timing. Okay, it's a long road. It's a long road back to this is the run, but Nicki Minaj, okay. That doesn't hurt. Do it, do it, do it. Do it. I live in your brain. I'm like a yerk. I know you better than you know yourself at this point. Nicki Minaj. Crazy legs. Okay, find your moment. That's a good moment. Even got an estee. Oh, got a little scared. Not gonna deny the fear, but I'm not gonna embrace the fear. Oh no! My me, it's broken! Who told him to check his gear? What an idiot. It's funny because that's Goggy that said it. That's funny. Because you know what, Goggy? You're back to karma neutral, Goggy. Congrats. Can we get some easy claps for Goggy? Didn't know I'd be watching another man grind on stream today. It'd be so funny if one... I'm not going to do it, so don't get your hopes up. It'd be so funny if one day I just went live and I was doing like a hip-hop dancing stream or something like that. And I didn't talk about it at all. I just started like... You can't see what I'm doing because the camera doesn't... There's a lot going on. None of it's good though. Dancing is really funny. You got to keep that opinion to yourself. People really aren't ready for that opinion yet, even though it's totally true. Like when someone's like, I express my emotions through words, I'm like, yeah, me too. When someone's like, I express it through song, I'm like, that's pretty based. When someone's like, I move my body to express my emotions, I'm like, come on. What emotions? Sorry. I've been to the ballet. It's pretty cool, don't get me wrong. Like it's cool on like an artistic level, and then it's also cool on like a physical level. You're like, wow, look at the stuff like the human body can do. But I'm like, no one's ever like, oh, you really want to cry? See this dance. Yo, this dance will change your life. And then it's fucking, oh. Hey, sexy lady. Oh. Open Gangnam Style. AI pick of the ghost babies, but they're dancing. I find this so sad. I know I've said it before, I just don't get dancing. I've done it, it brings me no pleasure to do it. And it's annoying as fuck because people always assume like it's, like I have too much self-awareness or embarrassment. I'm like, I'm not embarrassed, I'm just like, I'm not having fun. Like I just don't know what I'm doing. You mean to tell me you never hit the gritty? Not yet. I mean, if I was in middle school, I think I would probably hit a gritty now and then. What dance have you tried? Gangnam Style? The Harlem Shake? Planking? Macarena, for sure. The hell? What the hell? Have you ever been to Buc-ee's? No, but I've seen some videos on Chibley's stream. I don't want to fuck around with this guy. Are you crazy? This is a guy. Be honest. Do I have to kill this guy? He's got the vibe of a guy you have to kill. You don't have to kill this guy. All right. See you never. I can't believe I used to think a poison swamp was like as bad as it can get. I had no idea that they cooked up a poison train. It's 10 times worse. Evil Ozzy Osbourne be like, poison train, I. Normal Ozzy Osbourne be like, we're staying on the rails on a normal train. Lies of P gone woke. That's pretty damn true. If they made this shit in 1996, it would have starred Steven Seagal, the least woke actor of all time. It would have been Steven Seagal fighting James Woods. My friend describes himself as a Steven Seagal Democrat. It's a great line. What does it mean, Steven Seagal Democrat? Steven Seagal Democrat. It's a great line, isn't it, folks? Co-starring Gina Carano. Okay, I'll plus to you for that one. It's true. I'm not saying they're related, but it is kind of crazy how right after Gina Carano got kicked off The Mandalorian, the show started to suck ass. It's literally just a coincidence, but like the optics are horrible. Jay, don't wait. Listen, I haven't seen it, okay? But it was earlier than that. No, bro, season 2 was fucking sick. It had lots of characters I recognized. Before I was like, oh shit, that's AI. Andor clears. Guy who can't swim from Andor be like, I can't swim, precious. We can't swim. I've never seen the show, by the way. I've never seen Andor. But I do know there is a guy who can't swim in the show and is played by Andy Serkis. How do you know that? I don't know. It just shows up on Twitter now and then. Probably one of those like discussing film. Post a screenshot from a movie that made you cry. I can't swim, precious. I was like, damn, it must be like crazy that he must be on like a water planet or something. I also haven't seen the Banshees of Inisherin, but I did see a tweet of that scene where the dude says, there goes that dream.
I'm glad I caught you, actually. Because there was something I was wanting to ask you, actually. And discovering how much we have in common, well, just makes me want to ask you even more.
We don't have anything in common.
Don't skip ahead. But yeah, what I was wanting to ask you was something along the lines of, should have planned this, really. But yeah, what I was wanting to ask you was, you probably wouldn't ever want to, I don't know, to fall in love with a boy like me, would you?
Oh, Dominic, I don't think so, love.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Just thought I'd ask in the off chance, you know, like, faint heart and that. Well, there goes that dream. Well, I best go over there and do whatever that thing over there I was gonna do was.
Mm-hmm.
And the quote tweet was just, Rizz so bad he killed himself. I can appreciate the gravitas of the movie, but the quote tweet is also amazing, man. It's, oh, man. Oh. It's so bad he killed himself. Oh, I love the idea. It's half that the phrase is funny, and half that I absolutely love the idea of, like, oh, what have I done? Like summarizing all media criticism in such a reductive fashion. It's so good. This is kind of my idea of dancing. It's just kind of like moving really fast and then sinking through the floor. Facts. Shut the The flu shot and the COVID shot I have one problem with them, okay? Can I tell you what my problem with them is? Now you just gotta hear me out on this one, okay? Anytime I get sick in the fall or the winter, my ass is like, oh, I should have gotten the flu shot. I should have gotten the COVID booster. And then I'm so stupid that I didn't get it. And then I get over it. And I'm like, I should really get it. Like the booster and the flu shot. But when I get the shot, I'm going to be sick for like 24 hours. And I just got over being sick. So like, I'm not in a rush. And then I just put it off for like 6 more weeks until I get something again. And then I'm like, I should have got the fucking shot, bro. Which is why I think instead of like having to go to the pharmacy to get the vaccine, they should just like fly low over population centers and just like dose us with it while we're going about our normal days. Because that way, I wouldn't have to like make an appointment and make like excuses and stuff like that. Instead, they could just like juice me up on my way to Cobb's bread or whatever. Why is this written like a stand-up joke? I know there was a collapse, but why did they have to cut off communication? Please let us out! Jerry, when he has to respect his 2-week voluntary self-quarantine after testing positive for the novel coronavirus in June 2020. Let me out of here! There's only so much DoorDash a guy can order! Jerry, I have COVID. Hey, did you see the sports gambling video of Carlos Boozer? But his beard looks like it was taken from an Xbox Live avatar. What up with that? It's Can you get like your beard microbladed? Is that what happened there? Or does he just have like really, really thick hair to the point where maybe it's kind of working against him? Boozer used to use that head paint when he was in the league. Oh, man.
Welcome to the city of the future, and the future is death.
I hate to let you in on all the inside jokes I have with my daughter, but this NPC is definitely making me laugh every time she says the future. I have no idea where my daughter got this from, but when we were swimming, she would always say, like, let me swim on your back. So she would, like, go, like, piggyback style on my back. And then whenever I would swim, she would go, the future. And I started saying it because it was funny, but I don't know where the fuck she got it from. I have no idea. She is using the alien from Toy Story voice when she says it. It's very true. It's SpongeBob or Toy Story aliens. The claw. I just don't know why she's saying it.
I just wanted a full belly.
Oh no, Scram, it's the claw. I love your take on Toy Story 4. You know, we got a noted Toy Story 4 enjoyer in the chat in the form of Jay. Jay Wolves at my door. What the hell is Toy Story 5 going to be about, though? I'm sure it'll be like an 8 out of 10. They got a good track record. I'm sure if you can leave your video essay brain at the door and be like, this movie has no reason to exist except for profit, then, like, when you watch the movie, you'll probably have a good time. And then after the movie, you'll be like, that was pretty good. And then someone will come out with a video essay that's like, actually, it's an affront to, like, the art of cinema, and it ruined the legacy of Pixar. And then you'll be like, actually, it's an affront to cinema that ruined the legacy of Pixar. I know how it goes. I mean, it'll be fine, but 5 movies is 5 movies. I mean, this shit started in 1996, man. It's been 27 years. Your ass better not be like a One Piece enjoyer. But plus, like, all Pixar movies are the same anyway. It's always like this fucking, what if shit that was not real was real? Plus the mom has a fucking whole, she's towing a bakery behind her for some reason. The dad's sitting on the shorts, or sitting on the couch in shorts with his, like, the outline of his hog showing through his gray sweatpants, and you're like, what the fuck are we doing here? This shit is rated G. Mom's pulling the damn dump truck into town. And then they're like, what was that movie about? Oh, it's fucking what if water and fire fell in love? And you're like, I didn't get any of that shit at all. I didn't catch that in the slightest. I'm going to die. This is a Cliffy B tweet. It is. OMG, it is. Me when I see my favorite streamer at TwitchCon. So I'm thinking of that video of that guy who's like, we've exchanged some messages. I just wanted to make sure it was the real you. I can't be too careful. And then the lady's like, let's look at the profile. Yeah, that's not me. And he's like, oh, man. It makes sense. Just think about it. Fucking stall Andy. Some of us are good at the game without having to stall. Hang on, my DoorDash is here. That was smart. Not a hater, by the way. I'm just saying. You can always get a free joke with my DoorDashes here. It's like when the comedians get heckled and then they reply like, you don't see me coming to your job and slapping the dick out of your mouth. And then the audience goes like, oh, it's the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. It's just a freebie, and you got to take the freebies when you get them. It would be hilarious if they did that classic little bit, but then, like, the dude who was heckling was like, how did you know I work at the dick sucking factory? You know? Wait a minute. That's privileged information. I've got, like, that's confidential info, bro. I'm level 5 security clearance at the Lockheed Martin dick sucking factory. I just found out 6 more secret ways to please your man. We sold that information to Cosmo. Now I gotta change careers. Sorry, boss, my cover's blown. Jimmy Carr knows I work at the dick sucking factory. Yeah, I don't know how he figured it out. He's really smart and funny. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, man. Do you always carry the groceries on one trip? Nah, it's hard now, because, like, go to the grocery store after picking my kid up from daycare. You got, like, you know, a lunch bag. I'm just going to die. Yep. You got, like, a backpack, a lunch bag, your kid's coat, 2 bags of groceries, your keys. Like, Costco does make it impossible, too. Not only because you usually buy a lot of shit, but because they don't, like, there's no bags that have been invented that can fit all this shit, right? So, like, so I just take multiple trips. But, like, it's kind of easier in our new place. I'm privileged to be able to take 2 trips. without having to wait for like an elevator to go down to like a parking garage, and then there's like somebody's moving in like a couch that they just bought from Craigslist or something like that. And then I don't know if anyone here has ever lived in a building with like multiple elevators. It might sound awesome. We used to live in a building with one elevator. That shit worked 24/7, 365. We moved into a building that had 3 elevators. One of them was broken at all times, and it was like, it wasn't like, oh, you can always rely on elevator 3. It was like you'd get home and you'd be like, which one's fucked up today? And they'd be like, elevator 2. Somebody put chewing gum into the damn flux capacitor. Also, it's been a while. I could do an hour of elevator-based humor. Motherfucker. The crystals. Sorry, I forgot the crystals. But the same way that we gotta talk to people who get on the train and be like, your life would be 10 times easier if you just waited for people to get off the train before you tried to shove your way onto the train. Like, I thought it was common sense, but apparently there's a lot of adults that haven't figured that little technique out yet. Then the other one is, there's a lot of motherfuckers who need to pay attention for literally the 3 seconds it takes the elevator to get to where you're going. The number of times I would be like standing in the lobby of our old building after hitting the elevator button, and then the elevator doors would open and it would be like first floor, and then I'd wait 2 seconds and then nobody would come out. So I'd try to get in the elevator, and then like I see that there's a person in there, and then as soon as the doors like start to close, they're like, wait, what the fuck? This is my floor. I'm like, bro, you came from 4 to 1. Like, get Adderall or something. It's not like it was a long journey. You forgot what your purpose here was. Like, oh. They didn't send their best when they were making this section of the game. They got the Dark Souls 2 team on this part. Dark Souls 2 is good. Okay, H-Bomber guy. I bet you get some original opinions. Watch this. I really thought we could make it. Me, when you disagree with me, open parentheses, there's a prominent video essay that agrees with you. Do you prefer skibidi toilets or the cameraman? Well, it's an easy answer. I prefer the cameraman, because the cameraman play Everybody Wants to Rule the World, right? Skibidi toilet is so September. True, though, probably, I'm guessing. It's maybe more like June? I don't know. Guy who lied about having a girlfriend, panicking, trying to come up with her name. Yeah, I've got a girlfriend. Her name is, he looks around the room. Her name is Skibidi. Skibidi, he's in the bathroom. Skibidi toilet. Yeah, that's right. Skibidi toilet. All right, well, you can tell Miss Skibidi toilet that she's invited to dinner at our house anytime. But here's the wrinkle. Dad is a cameraman. So their relationship is doomed from the start. It's like the Capulets and the Montagues. Oh, shit. There's a room where the lights won't find you. Hold hand. Walls come tumbling down. If they do, I'll be right behind you. You know what I'm saying? Scrammity doobity, scrammity doobity, scrammity doobity doo doo. Works well with your Zoomer Shakespeare joke. I forgot about that one. Zoomers be like, Romeo, Romeo, where Fortnite at Romeo. That's still an underappreciated classic, in my opinion. What's your Mount Rushmore of classic rock bands? I have to say George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln. Because classic rock is real life. It's classic rock's world, and we're living in it. Where's Donald Trump? Federal No, he's out on bail. He just shows up every day, right? Can I say something? If I was definitely gonna be found guilty, you would not catch my ass showing up to court. My ass would be gone 100%. What's the point of sticking around? So true. I mean, we're really gonna do all this? Yeah, but he wants to be president again? He can't leave? Bro, we can just work remote, like the rest of us. It's 2023, like use your imagination a little bit. Do not let NL out on bail. You can let me out on bail if I'm innocent. If I obviously did that shit, do not let me out on bail. Hell no, brother. Biden's giving the nation a Zoom call. Listen, Jack. How do I make my background look like I'm in the Oval Office? Joe, you're muted. You're muted. Joe, you hit the mute button again. What if the president was a fucking blip blip? Ha ha ha. What if the president was a fucking? Wouldn't it be cool? What if the president was a fucking? What if Jerry Seinfeld was the president and George was the vice president? George! Nikita Khrushchev's calling my bluff, George! This isn't just a controversy anymore. It's a full-on crisis. Cuban Missile Crisis, Jerry? Cuban Missile Crisis, George. Yes, it's not because you Costanza'd it. Get me the Secretary of State. Kramer runs in. It's automatic at this point. Okay, Bill Bubble. Baggins. Fucking Mr. Attacky. Good one. I'm trying to come up with a devastating insult. I'm not used to streaming this. Holy cow, I gotta leave in 10 minutes. Person who's watched 100 NL streams. Whoa, you gotta see this NL stream. It's unhinged. Person who's watched 1,000 NL streams. Good stream today, Pharaoh. What do you mean I'm washed past 3? Did you not see me kick the shit out of the Shrek boss, bro? I ruined his life. He's old and it's almost his bedtime. Like, I wish my bedtime was fucking earlier, man. My kid has been going to bed at 9 and not falling asleep until midnight. Kate and I, it was like that scene from Oppenheimer. Now, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen some screen caps. You know the one where the dude from the second Planet of the Apes movie is like browbeating Oppenheimer with the hue turned way up or the brightness turned way up, and then Oppenheimer's like sweating and like holding his face like this. That was Kate and me at midnight last night when my daughter wasn't asleep. And we're like, you have to go to bed. She's like, I want a book. We're like, did you or did you not want a book 2 hours ago and receive one? And she was like, things are gonna change around here, Oppie. It's pissing me off. Like, go to bed, bro. My bedtime. Oh no, my daughter, when she says she's tired in the morning when she didn't go to sleep at night. Whatever choice you make, I fucking. Is it? Let's just make the clip better.
Whatever choice you make, I shall wait.
Women be like, whatever choice you make, I'll wait for you. Then all of a sudden, you're like, how about pizza? And she's like, I'm not really feeling pizza tonight. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense.
Whatever choice you make.
So true. It's fucking, it's not false, bro. I'm not saying it's true, but it's not false. You got me all wrong. I'm not saying that women don't like pizza. I am saying that women are like, I don't know what I'm feeling. Or like, they'll be like, I could eat anything. Why don't you choose tonight? And you're like, okay, how about X? And they're like, anything but that. It doesn't even matter what X is, bro. Daryl. I named 7 other restaurants. No, Greg. Finally, I suggested Taylor's, a place I knew she wanted to go anyway. I walk in the house. Tell me my ass ain't sitting in the car at 6:30. I get up, I walk in the house. She's stepping out the damn shower like, can I help you? All right, slash marker. Hang on, chat, my daycare order's ready. All right, time to work now. I was laughing. I give props to Americans all the time, by the way. America's a land of extremes. I do think that the laziest people in the world probably live in America. They're called billionaires. But also, I do feel like the hardest working people of all time live in America. I feel like the average middle-aged American, after they finish work, is like, what do I do now? That's why when one of the Peloton members yesterday was like, I work 2 jobs remotely, I replied, I said, world's laziest American. That was my old man, get off work and be like, get ready, we gotta go fix the car. My old man was more like this.
Go ahead, King. This is gonna make it easy. Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
Oh, man. Anyway, I'll send you over to my wife's stream. Enjoy yourself. I will see you tomorrow. I think me, Bear, and Dan are getting up to something tomorrow. I think. No, my dad wasn't the guy saying my table is broken. My dad was the bricks. I was the table. My father was a stacker. He would drink. He would womanize. He would make outrageous claims like he invented the question mark. Sometimes he would accuse chestnuts of being lazy. Don't start the singing, then you can't stop. So true. When you were young, you were the king of Austin Powers. And now you kidnapped Nigel Powers as his foe to get the man of mystery to show. This is the room one afternoon where Fat Bastard ate you. And how Felicity Shagwell shagged him real well to place a homing device where no one dared to dwell.